Hey everybody, this is an introduction to cleaning soft shell crabs, a summertime favorite. Soft shell crabs, obviously the name, soft, they mold their shell. So actually the entire thing is almost edible. The one thing we have to do is the tail piece. We're gonna clip that off. Next thing you know, we're gonna lift up right here. You're gonna find their lungs. And we're going to remove those. They're not edible. Although it seems like a horrible practice, most of the food that's harvested and butchered and everything across the country on a daily basis, you just have to deal with it. So now we're going to push the eyes and the face out a little bit, because if you cook with those still in there, they're going to pop. Whether you fry it, batter it, saute it, no matter what you do. So we're going to just take a pair of shears and clip straight across and remove those. Now for our presentation, because we're going to do a light batter and we want it to stand up, we're actually going to cut them in half. They're going to be battered and stood up just like this for our dish. And the garnish and accompaniment for this particular soft shell crab tonight is lightly battered with some lemon zest. It's going to go over we took some fat from andouille sausage and we rendered it down. Then we added a little smoked paprika and some saffron, which is going to give us a beautiful risotto dish that we're going to blend in some sweet roasted corn and some asparagus shaped on a Japanese mandolin, very, very small for color and for the vegetable aspect of the dish. All these fish that aren't butchered all the time should always be treated with respect and love. It's a very delicate process. There's no rushing it. And anybody that loves a soft shell crab, it's delicious. And the sauce that we're going to finish it off with is shallots, garlic, a little bit of white wine, a little bit of lemon zest, and a little plum tomato and sweet butter. Kind of a classic finish for a dish that we're going to put a new twist on. So later on, when we actually put the dish on a plate and garnish it, we're going to show you what the finished product looks like, the beautiful colors and textures and flavors that we're going to use. The profile tonight is going to be almost like Cajun meets a little bit of like rustic Italian. I know it's a crazy concept, but it'll all make sense later on when you see it. So making a wonderful risotto base, no matter what your flavor profiles are, you always start out with some kind of fat, whether it be a bone marrow fat, a pork fat, a chicken fat. Today we used andouille sausage rendered down and used that fat instead of olive oil in our risotto base. Use small diced Spanish onion. You start to lightly sweat that onion. You don't want any color on it, you don't want to caramelize it, you just want a light sweating process on that. After that, we add our arborio rice. And then what we did is we coated it with just a little bit of extra virgin, just to coat the kernels of the arborio rice. That keeps it, for when the base is done, nothing sticks together, and it makes a sexy, velvety consistency of the arborio rice. Again, these things are long processes where they're treated with love and just the respect that they deserve. All food, you want to keep the integrity and the passion behind what you're making. Just put a little bit of love into every dish and you won't ever go wrong. Most directions have the amount of the stock that you need to cook the liquid in the arborio rice. And this particular dish, I know we're doing seafood with the soft shell crabs, but we actually use chicken stock for the flavor profile and for the liquid. Now that the base is cooked off and the rice, the arborio rice is still fairly al dente, we're gonna put it on a sheet pan. This is only your base, so we're gonna cool this down in the walk-in cooler for a few hours, and then we'll bring it out to finish the dish later on. It'll only need to be cooked for a matter of a few minutes when we add our other components to it. All right, Chef Steve's back. Now we're gonna tempura batter and fry our soft shell crabs. We have a light batter right here, very, very light tempura batter with some Cajun seasoning, a little bit of lemon zest, a little bit of salt and pepper. Very, very simple. So you're gonna dredge them in there. And you're gonna actually take off a lot of the excess before you even drop it in the fryer. You don't want a lot of batter on there, you want beautiful food to speak for itself. So you're just gonna go side to side with the crab, taking off some excess. And you're gonna hold it in your hand the whole time. Just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. for it. And you'll feel it start to almost float, and that's when you're going to let it go. And you do it, the process 3 times all together. Take off some excess, hold it, don't drop it. When you start to feel some buoyancy into the crab or whatever you're frying, could be any kind of fish, then you let it go. This works with cod, shrimp, no matter what you're doing, it's the same process of frying it. Take off the excess. And into the oil, back and forth, back and forth. Once you feel a little floating, let it go. All right, so we're back with our crabs. They've been in there for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, and now they're beautiful, crispy, ready to take out. Remember, deep frying, nothing takes very long, especially something so delicate as a soft shell crab. So we'll take those out. And then very, very important, season your food after it comes out. Now we have our mise en place, French word for everything in its place. Basically your ingredients. Any French kitchen you're trained in, you're going to hear mise en place about 1,000 times a week. So what we have here is our base for our risotto. This is the arborio rice that we cooked off earlier that I said was cooked in a little bit of andouille fat with some saffron and also a little smoked paprika. It's our arborio rice turned into a risotto base. Into that, we're going to do some sweet corn, a little bit of sweet corn puree to fortify the flavor, a little shaved garlic for flavor. We're going to lightly steam some asparagus cut on the bias. Bias just means a cut that's kind of on an angle. That's basically a garnish. And this is the mise en place for our finishing sauce for our crab, which we have diced plum tomatoes, shaved garlic, shaved shallots, capers, a little bit of white wine and lemon. So now we're going to start out with making our risotto. A little good extra virgin olive oil. You don't need very much. We're going to sweat out a little bit of shaved garlic. So it's not going to take a long time for this to sweat out. You don't want any color on it. You just want it to sweat. Constantly stir your garlic. Again, you don't need any color on this. You just need to cook the rawness out of it. All right, we're about where we need to be. I'm going to add our corn. And now we're very, very close. We can add our arborio rice, the base that we made earlier. Let's add that right now. We're going to turn this down slightly. This is something over about a medium heat. You don't want it too hot. We're actually going to stir in a little bit of corn puree to fortify the flavor of the corn itself. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. We're going to add a little bit of chicken stock. Incorporate those ingredients very gently. Once you've got everything married together pretty well, you just want to give it a little taste. Make sure you have some tasting spoons available. No fingers, please, no fingers. You can always add salt, you can't take it out. So be very careful. Touch of stock, another pinch of salt, pan next to me for our garnish. Green vegetables, we like to keep them firm and we like to keep them very green. So when using asparagus, we're going to do it in a completely different pan. Again, we're going to start a little extra virgin. Put our asparagus back to our risotto. I think we're just about where we need to be. We're going to add a little bit of soft, unsalted butter to make it velvety and sexy. We don't want any color on the vegetable as well, so we're just going to take a little bit of chicken stock as well that we put aside, and we'll just steam that very lightly. And again, in every step that you're cooking, make sure you season everything as you go. That is done. That's about all you want on that. Now our risotto. Right where we need it. It's velvety in texture, it's not stiff, it's very, very, very creamy. Alright, we're back. We're making our sauce now for the finishing on the fried soft shell crabs. So a little bit of extra virgin. Preheated our pan. We're going to add our shallots that have been shaved on a Japanese mandolin, very, very thin. Accentuate the look of the sauce. They look very nice. We're going to add our shaved garlic, same thing, on a Japanese mandolin. We just want a light color on that, very light. Once the raw is taken out of there, and we have some color on the shallots, bringing out those natural sugars. Keep them moving. You don't want anything to burn, but you do want a little bit of color. Now we're going to add our white wine. Fresh lemon. Of course, salt and pepper. We're going to reduce that liquid just almost by half. Now we're going to add our capers, our diced plum tomatoes, no seed, flesh only on the tomatoes. And we're just about at the point where we're going to add our butter to finish it. We're going to do a little chiffonade of flat leaf parsley, a little bit of scallion, and our soft, unsalted butter to finish our beautiful sauce for our soft shell crab. Now we're going to take that heat off, and now you're just going to swirl it around, and what you're going to find is you're going to get a beautiful creamy butter sauce. Again, have your tasting spoons available. Delicious. So we're back now. To finish off our soft shell crabs, I want to introduce every good chef as what's called a sous chef, second in charge. Without a good sous chef, it's like a quarterback in football without a good offensive line. I'm only as good as my second. I happen to have one of the most very talented people in this state working with me, a Culinary Institute of America graduate, Carlos Sanchez. You can follow him at Chef Carlitos on Instagram. He puts up a ton more pictures than I do, of course. Again, an intricate part of this dish. And what I'm going to do is, since he's got that young flair and that perfect touch, I'm going to actually let him finish the plate for you and show you how we garnish all of our food here at Ridgewood Country Club. Chef Carlitos?
Let's go. We're going to start with the presentation. So the first thing that's going to go on the plate is the risotto. Over the plate. This one is going to be the bed for the soft shell crabs. Like so. What I'm going to do is take the plate, shake up a little bit, so it's nice and evenly spread. Then we're going to take this beautiful soft shells. right on the plate. Like so. Then we're gonna take our beautiful sauce. Well, first, asparagus. Throw on the dish. Like so. Then we're gonna take the sauce, go right over the top of the softies. Beautiful. To finish it up, we got some chai flowers, just picked up from the garden, all organic. Just gonna scatter it all around the plate again. Very rustic. A little bit of microgreens. There you have it. Our soft shell crab with a saffron and andouille oil risotto, corn, and asparagus.
Now, this is our finished product. Everything's been explained to you. Now, we're gonna do this for a special this week at our Ridgewood Country Club in Danbury for all of our membership. Unfortunately, it's a private club, so I can't invite anybody down here to eat. But just notice that we put a lot of love and a lot of attention to detail in all the food that we do. This is something that we love. It's a passion that we've always had. Carlos and I work very, very well together. We both love what we do. And it's a labor of love. And anybody that, you know, wants to start cooking or is interested or likes to cook, you're doing it because you love to do it. And the finished product speaks for itself. Not only is it appealing to the eye, but it's absolutely delicious as well. So hopefully you'll see the video, and we're going to be doing a lot more pictures and demos and different things. We're going to be doing, you know, chicken dishes, things with meat, other seafoods. So look forward to doing these things for you. And hopefully people that like soft shell crabs, you're not afraid to go out and maybe buy some from your favorite fish market and attempt them at home. It's not that difficult. You just have to dive in and give it a shot. And remember, cook with love.